Here's Coach Jack Holly coming in to join us here. Coach, thank you so much for taking time away from the kids to come up here and do a little conversating. And I got to tell you what, well of a ball game, Jack. You've been around a lot. This is fun right here.
Yeah, our kids are, they're playing really well right now. And they believe in themselves. And, just a little bit of an inexperienced team. I hate to say that, but, this is 3 games we've lost. We're 6-4, and 3 of those losses have been by 1 run in the last inning. So we just have to learn to finish a game. As our kids get a little more experience, those will come. We'll learn to put the dagger in and finish teams. So it was fun. This is great. This is what I told them. This is why we beefed up our schedule a little bit, play some teams, and come out here, and then that way we're ready for sectional and, of course, the conference.
Sure.
Because our conference is loaded this year. I do believe there's 4 or 5 teams that could win it. And just because we're 0-1 in the conference don't mean we can't come back and win this thing.
Well, you sit there and look at this team, and what really stood out, Burnsville threw the ball well, but the kid that really stood out in my mind throughout the entire game, Wade and I talked about, was Cody Fuller behind the plate. He had a phenomenal game today.
Yeah, we have 2 seniors that started, and both those 2 seniors showed tremendous leadership, both of them. Both of them have plans to go into college and play college baseball, so that just, shows their leadership and their commitment to baseball. Without those kids, we wouldn't be anywhere where we're at right now. They come out, they run the practices, they do things. I never have to worry about things being done right because Cody behind the plate, he's phenomenal.
He's nails.
He's very good. He's worked since his freshman year, and I'm telling you what, I've seen improvement every year, and this is no exception. He's really worked hard, and the kid deserves it. Out of all our kids, he wants it more than any of them. And sometimes that's his downfall because he gets a little frustrated sometimes when he don't perform well. But hey, it's his baseball and it is high school baseball. So these kids are just playing hard. They're playing. They're having fun. And we'll continue to work on that.
You talk about taking away an aspect of the game, though. The Fuller back there, you don't want to steal on him.
No.
And you don't want to take too big a lead at first because he'll throw you down.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
And that is, with him, that's one of the pitchers feel comfortable throwing the ball. Talking to the pitchers, they have no fear of throwing a low curve ball because they know Cody's going to block it. He does everything correctly. And when he don't, like I said, he's his hardest critic. So I don't even need to correct him most of the time. He already knows, and that's fun for me as a coach. To know that I have, him solidifying the whole defense or the field. And he can see the whole thing, and he always seems to make the right call. So it's nice to have him.
And with a runner on third, when a runner on first is stealing second, Coach Baker kept those guys at third the whole time. There was no question. They weren't going to send them home.
Yeah.
Because they aren't.
Yeah, he, the throw is right on the money, and, we can't, that's something you can't just, I like to say it's coaching, but it's not. It's just Cody working hard and coming out and executing the play. And, and there's a read call for shortstop and second baseman, so they're making the correct call. And
that's what we're talking about. We talked about the catcher giving these signals. And to us up here, it's generic. You don't know what he's doing, but we know, being around the game, we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And your kids understand the play. Defense, it's set up, predicated on those signals. On what the kids, like you say, going to read, call. That's what you're going to do with the ball.
Correct. And that's what we do. And again, these kids are all picking this up, and it's really fun to coach this group. You saw in the first inning, we bunt the ball, we move around.
Yeah.
We take the extra bases when you're not paying attention. That's what we do, and the kids understand that. And I give them the green light, and if they make a mistake, they make a poor decision. I'm not going to yell at them. I'll teach them and explain it to them because this is new to them. We are just kind of. I think we have 47 stolen bases now, something like that. And,
they were off and run today.
Yeah. And that, we going into the season, that's what we said we were going to do, and the kids weren't sure about it, and I was worried that some of the parents were going to. But you know what? That don't mean nothing to me. We're coming out here, we're trying to do things right, and we're going to move runners and try to put the ball in play and score runs when we can.
Look at Jordan Holiday. Jordan Burnsworth, the Wade and I talked about. I was kidding in the start of the game. All of a sudden, it's 2-2. I said, "Hey, we got a pitcher's duel. Looks like game's gonna be 12-12 the way it started out." Yeah. But Jordan sat down, really got his arm in the right slide, and the ball was being released, not overthrowing his breaking pitches, which sets up his fastball.
Correct. There's a kid here. Jordan last year when I got hired, I was one of those things where I wasn't sure what I was going to get out of Jordan. you know, and Jordan committed himself in the offseason. He got in shape. He runs, you know, like yesterday after practice, we were done. He went out and ran some extra pulls on his own. That means a lot to me, but it means even more to the rest of the team because they see this kid out there working extra. And you know, I think you see a difference in his swing. You see a difference of him on the mound. I think he sees the reward of putting in a little extra time. And there's going to be another kid I think will have the opportunity to play college baseball. So he's going to continue to work hard, and we're going to continue to push him and ride him. You know, come back and play doubleheader Saturday and then get ready for Monday, another conference game.
Another kid had a whale of a game. I think it was your shortstop. Trevor just was all over the place, and he has 3 hits on the day, but just a whale of a shortstop for you out there.
He's one of the best defensive players that I've had the opportunity to coach. I mean, he works hard. He'll stay after practice. Him and Caleb at the second base, so it's good for Caleb to work with Trevor. Again, our upperclassmen are kind of bleeding off on our younger kids, and Trevor will stay and he'll work hard, and it is fundamentally just very sound, you know. And again, I'm not saying we got all these D1 athletes, but we got a lot of kids that I think can play college baseball at some level. And again, I think Trevor's one of them. He plays a lot of baseball. He plays all summer long, travels, and so, you know, there's not nothing that out here that he hasn't seen. And you can see a little bit of that when he's, you know, in the field. And he's another leader for us. You know, he's kind of the unspoken leader because he's kind of quiet. But I'm starting to see a little bit of it. You know, he's getting a little squirrely on us now and then. And that's kind of fun to see because he's been so quiet for the last couple of years. And same way with Jordan Burnsworth. You know, I told him the other day, I don't think I've heard him say 3 words until this year. Now I can't get him to be quiet. So that kind of thing's fun.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. Tough game. A great learning experience for the kids. You said you're in the ball games, and that's the biggest thing. Be in the ball game, give yourself an opportunity to come away with the victory. Now it's just a matter of time until that starts rolling into the W column for you guys.
Yeah, and we tell them that, you know, but it's one of the things the kids, you know, we tell them we're pretty young and we don't want to wait till next year. You know, every team, it seems like the coaches say that, and I know it kind of bothered me when I played. They want it now, and you can tell, and they're coming after it. So we're approaching it that way, and we're going to continue to approach it that way, and we're going to come after it, and we're going to continue to try to win these ball games. And, you know, we're not looking at the next game until we get by the one that we're playing. So, you know, we got a game Saturday morning, and we'll get out there in the Apache Classic and get after it.
Have some fun.
And have some fun.
Who are you bringing in Saturday?
We got Leo, we got Tri-Central, and Hebron.
Nice.
So we've got some good teams.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we want to play those teams. You know, the kids, you know, we talked about, we had a couple games we had to make up, and I was talking to the kids about who they want to play, and they're like, find a good team, coach. Let's find a good team. So, you know, I've been trying to, and Coach Mark, or Mr. Mark has been doing a good job trying to help us get those games scheduled. So we picked up Taylor a doubleheader instead of a single game, so they're very good. They'll be a regional opponent probably. You know, so we'll keep trying to get those teams.
Yeah, what does Matt Stone wear Saturday? Does he wear red for Hebron, or does he wear orange for Wabash? That's what you got to get on.
I think that's why we have Hebron on that schedule, you know. He started that a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and we had...
and they're really good.
Yeah, no, they're all
Yeah.
3 of those teams are very
Yeah.
good teams, and we'll open Tri-Central first, and you know, we'll come after, and we're going to try to win that. It's on our home field. We don't want to you know, give up a win on our home field. So
It's going to be a great day for baseball Saturday. Coach Holly, thank you so much for your
having
time,
us.
and great game for your kids today.
I
Thank you.
appreciate what you do for our kids and getting their names out there. They like this stuff. So thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Jack Holly, the head baseball coach for the Wabash